My name is Alvin Jeffrey Richardson, here at the boss office at the East Town Center, in the community in which I grew up in and raised in all my life. I was raised out in East Oakland to a beautiful set of parents. Unfortunately, what happened at an early age and something that has triggered my life and changed the trajectory in which I was going was my father passed when I was 4 years old. When he passed, my mother, she did everything she could to give me the things that I needed and wanted, but what I needed most importantly was my guidance and that father figure in my life. And by his passing, I slowly veered away from the family life and church and got into the streets. The streets took hold of me at a very young age because I lacked discipline. I lacked that guidance that I needed in my father. And that's something that I recognize and something that I've worked on during my time of incarceration. As I got deeper into the streets, I got more detached from my family. I kind of rebelled in a sense, and which led me to my life crime. At 16 years old, I caught a case that garnered me a 15 to life sentence. I went to prison 2001. And going into prison, I had that same mentality that I had in the streets. I wasn't quite ready for the transformation, but it slowly started to happen because I recognized that the same things that was leading me to my life crime also was projecting me and propelling me to go further in prison in a negative direction. But that's something that I didn't want. I recognized early on in my incarceration that I wanted different, and that wasn't me. The street life wasn't what I wanted. And it just really wasn't worth the risk of all that I lost. I lost my family, I lost my friends, I even lost myself to things that weren't me and things that I never really wanted in my life. My aspirations was always to play sports. I was an avid reader, and during my incarceration, I read, did a lot of self-study, took in my environment and recognized that the people that I was surrounded with in the belly of the beast, which was like the depths of hell to me, were the same type of people that I no longer wanted to be associated with. So I pulled and veered away. By pulling and veering away, it kind of led me to a direction of self-discovery. And in that self-discovery, I realized that I really didn't know myself. So I took psychology classes to try to learn more about myself and learn what had happened and better understand myself so that I can be kind of like a catalyst for my family members and my younger generation that I wanted to deter from the lifestyle that I had led. Recognized early on the impact that I had on my family members, my younger family members. I stepped in their lives because they were missing the same thing that I was missing, which was a father figure. And so I assumed that role in a lot of their lives, but yet and still trying to balance both worlds. And inside of prison, I kind of got caught in a cycle that wasn't really good. And I perpetuated the things that I did on the streets, and it wasn't getting me anywhere, which led me to be confined to the SHU several times, again, taken away from the little bit of family contact that I did have being on the main line. And that at that age, I believe I was 30 years old, when I was locked in the SHU, and the same people that I was taking care of or I was trying to appeal to were the same people that threw me under the bus. And in that time, I recognized, and that's when I took back within myself and said that I wanted different, and I was gonna do different regardless of who accepted me or who didn't. I was gonna do different from what I'd already known. I was in contact with a lot of family members and a lot of friends that supported me throughout my incarceration. And they were okay with it. They was accepting, and they were pushing me to do better and be better. And so that's what helped me during my transformation period in life. And me wanting to come home and see these people again and be reunited with those people, be reunited with family, friends. I had a lot of vessels that God has sent me, and I know I realized when certain people came into my life, they always spoke God to me, and I recognized it through him and through the grace of God alone is what got me here, as well as my motivation, but my strong faith in him, because I couldn't have done it on my own. And now I'm at the point in my life to where I really want to give back to kids. I want to deter people from making the choices because they don't have anybody that can listen to them. They don't have a voice. They don't have somebody that's going to tell them to do something positive and that it's something different in life, and that the things that they see in the streets is not what they want because it's really not worth the risk of everything that you're going to lose. Upon coming home, I came home in 2020 thanks to Senate Bill 1170B. And when I came home, I recognized that a lot of people in society were just like the things that I experienced within the belly of the beast. And it was very discouraging. But at the same time, I suffered through, I persevered through, and I leaned on those that I could lean on and those vessels that were there for me. And ran to the church again, ran to family, ran to friends, and the answer wasn't that. The answer was within myself, and the answer was with God. And so now I'm at the point in my life to where I'm ready to give back. I'm ready to be a living example and a living testimony of what the kids don't want. And I aim to deter children. I aim to deter anybody that's incarcerated now to change their life while they're in there, because there's not a lot of programs available. But I think through BOSS and other organizations, Mixed Behavior and a lot of other nonprofit organizations taking a stronger position, that we can change people's lives within prison and giving them a reason and a motivation to get home and to be home and do the right thing, and knowing that there's something better is possible for them to change their lives and do different. And I just want to thank y'all for the opportunity. I want to say that without BOSS, because BOSS also helped me in my transformation when I was going through difficult times out in society, that they did step in and help me. And so there's real help available for us, and I hope to be a catalyst to those that want to change and do different and need an outlet.